fascinated by the story behind a finished product and the thought process that goes into its design. I find it captivating to witness how a seemingly simple work of art can have a profound depth and hidden elements. As I recognized this aspect, I became aware of the elements that I incorporate into my final products. This realization inspired me to create a video about the elements of design. My name is Barry Salkis, a photographer, filmmaker, and I'm excited to share my elements of style with you. As I'm in the process of redesigning my home studio, I've really been on a designer mood lately. Many visits to IKEA. I know in Canada we say IKEA, but how do you pronounce it? Is it IKEA based on where you're from? Anyways, after many visits to IKEA, I was really in the mindset of why I was gravitating towards certain items. Then I thought, why do I gravitate towards some photos and films specifically? I realized both of these things are about design and both are for the same reasons. Let's take a second to explore design, shall we? Design can have a profound impact on people, and one of the most significant benefits is that it can inspire them. Honestly, a well-designed space can spark creativity and encourage exploration. And you know, it'll just elevate your experience in this world. Photography, on the other hand, relies heavily on design, as it enables photographers to communicate a message or tell a story through a visual language. By utilizing various design principles and techniques, photographers can produce images that are not only visually attractive, but also carry a specific meaning or trigger an emotional response in the viewer. There are very important elements that are crucial when it comes to styling your work. In the top of my list, I have color. You guys know, I'm all about coloring. I believe in the importance of color in design and photography, obviously. Here's one photo that really tells a different message through different coloring. In design and photography, color is used to evoke emotions by creating a visual message, which in turn establishes an identity. Designers and photographers use color to create contrast, draw attention to important elements, and overall establish a mood or a tone. The right color palette can make a design more appealing and visually engaging, while the wrong colors can make the image less effective. Color is also used to create a harmony. Color harmony is achieved by using colors that are aesthetically pleasing together. This approach can create a sense of unity and cohesiveness in a design or photograph. Now, there are questions you need to ask yourself when coming up with a color design. What is the piece of content for? Is this for a commercial project? If so, what is the message of the project? Or is this for social media? If so, what message are you willing to highlight in this image? And another question would be, do you want it to look more real or do you want it to be more edgy? It is important to design and create based on the point of the project. Now, art, on the other hand, is very different. True art can't be planned, nor should you care about others when creating. If you're doing this for the love of art, you just have to ask yourself what emotions you want to evoke, and that's it. It's just a very self-reflective experience. So, color is one aspect of design. There's another one, and that can be really fun, and everything around us carries a certain characteristic of it. It's textures. Now, you can't really touch a photo or a visual style, but you can get pretty close to touching it by including a bit of a texture. Notice these shots here. They all have a texture that is unique, and it tells a bit more about what the image is. Textures, in my opinion, have a strong way of including an experience within the shot. Some photographers say photos you can smell or touch. Texture is the biggest pillar in terms of sense. Now, with texture, it's very easy to overdo. I find myself sometimes adding too much grade, for instance. You just need to keep in mind that less is better. And a side note, be mindful of where you're editing and where the shot will be exported. You might be editing on a big screen. The extra texture may not look too bad. But if the export will end up on a phone, the small screen could really highlight texture and it could make it look like you've added too much texture. So just be careful with that. And with videos, you can add textures like grain, like fog effects, lens flares if it suits the project. There is one more element that I have a lot of fun with, and I've been adding a lot more of these to my videos lately. And surprisingly, they make it to some of my photo sets. Ready? It's fonts. The right font is crucial for a complete design. Check these out. With the 3 elements, all 3 shots are the same, but they all tell a different story. This is the magic of design. The last element being the font. A good use of font can just add so much to a piece of content. I do like to add font to my content, first of all for design reasons, but also it's a really good way to give context to your story. And this could be with a video or again a photo series. With my videos, for instance, I break the videos down by including fonts, and that gives the video a bit of more context, just like you've seen in this video. So that's it. 3 elements of design that are really important in my personal opinion. It's important to know what you want to do before you start a project, and just take a moment to visualize the project in your mind before you start executing the edits. And right when you decide what you want to do, you can add these elements to basically spice up your content. That's it for me today, just a short one. I hope this video helped you out, even if you're just creating for Instagram or if you're managing a business on social media. Knowing this information could be pretty useful, and I think it's a really good way to enhance your content. Adding more elements delivers an experience. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the experience today. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.